Of us will come out of this season successfully and being strong, and more so having learned various lessons as individuals, as a church, as a community, as a group, as families, so that we don't go through this process and we are like, what just happened? So we are so glad that you're watching us this day. Welcome to the Youth Forum. We'll be having Ronald, as we communicated last week, to have a very candid discussion on business and basically entrepreneurship, especially for the young people. So before we begin, let's share a word of prayer. Our Lord and our Father, we thank you this day for your greatness, for your power, and for giving us an opportunity, Lord, to reach out to the young people. We are praying that, God, you will inspire them even as we speak to them. I pray that, God, you may empower them. And more so, you may open their minds, Lord, to see the great and mighty things that you have in store for them. May you stir the spirit up, Lord, for your own glory. It is in Jesus' name I pray and believe. Amen. Amen. So one of the characteristics of young people is that they are very vibrant and full of ideas. Employers are going to source for those talents. They are going to seek out for those talents wherever they can find them, whether in colleges, in universities, and they are not hesitating to recruit even fresh graduates, because these are guys that are endowed with ideas. They are full of ideas. They are so packed, But sometimes the young people forget who they are really, and those ideas and those their thinking capacity, it's kind of shrunk. They don't exploit. And even in this country, as we are facing the challenge of unemployment for the young people, we are seeing young people coming up with very innovative ideas of selling small things, small items, converting everything around them to make money or for them to earn something out of it. But there is one problem with that. In as much as they're doing that, they are still looking for jobs. They are still looking for people to employ them. And I normally wonder, why don't they concentrate, or why don't we concentrate on these small ideas that we have? We build on them, we become patient, we become resilient, and we work on them to bring up an enterprise, And so that's why we have Ronald today, to take us step by step on how we as young people, we can take advantage of the small ideas that you're having, or rather the big ideas that you're having, and bring them on the ground to see, or rather to work on them, so that now we can bring up an enterprise out of it. So that will not say, it's my side hustle. It becomes now the real hustle. You concentrate all your energy, your resources, including your time, on the ideas that you have, and you become a big thing, and you become a business person, because business is not skewed towards one edge set. It's for all of us, as long as we're using the well-known business principles. And so, Ronald, karibu sana.
Yeah.
It's nice to have you today as well. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for purposing to be with us, to reach out to the young people, and basically to work with us on the ideas that we are having. So maybe you can say hello so that you move on.
Thank you, Brenda. I'm so delighted to be with you again. Another time to discuss entrepreneurship and business. And what I want to say that you've brought up a very important topic about entrepreneurship and business. And I want to say that the effects of COVID-19 is to usher in a new dispensation of things. And this is actually a dispensation of entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
It's a time whereby most of us now need to think about how do we shape our mind to think about starting business, establishing entities that will give us a livelihood. And why is that the case? The reason is because last week in the Standard newspaper, there was a headline that read, "Build on Sand." And it was
Build on sand.
Built on sand.
Yeah,
and it was talking about how great and mighty companies that we once knew that if you work with them, then you are very lucky. The likes of Uchumi, the likes of Nakumat, the likes of Kenya Airways. Those were the big companies, and most of us, when we were in school, we were always aspiring to work for those companies. But today, what is happening? Those companies are coming down. The current situation has not spared any big corporation, whether big or medium or small.
Yeah.
And then and many people have been laid off. And the biggest challenge now we're having is there is nothing that is called job security now. Initially, people used to say, we'll look for employment, we'll work for a big company, and we'll get job secure.
Yeah.
But is the job security ever present again? The answer is no. You can't now study to get a good job in a big company and say that you're job secure. So I'm saying that this is an era of entrepreneurship, and the people need to change strategy, the mindset. They need to shift the way they do things and see how can then they sustain themselves using alternative ways of earning income. Yeah, so I'm very grateful for this topic that you've chosen today, and I hope that as we delve in it, it will give our viewers more insight on how to go about with the topic of entrepreneurship.
So basically what you're saying is that entrepreneurship is the way to go.
It's the way to go now. It's the way to go. It's the most now something that will give you in terms of security, because you are in control. You are no longer waiting for the corporate leadership now to make a decision. Because, when you work in a company, in a junior position, you entrust your life with the CEO.
Yes.
If the CEO or the top board, if they make errors, it also affects you.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the bigger companies that have fallen, they have fallen because of the top management decision.
Yes.
And you look like the workers in those entities who are like passengers, they are vulnerable. They are exposed to the decisions made by the top CEOs.
Yeah.
So then how do you become in control of your life and your livelihood and your destiny? Is through entrepreneurship.
How do I become I'll take control over my life
Yes,
and
yes.
my destiny.
Yes,
Basically, it's through entrepreneurship.
It's through entrepreneurship.
Great. So,
Yeah.
Ronald, our problem as young people is
Yeah.
we have ideas.
Yes.
We know what we need to do. We
Yes,
have
yes.
various ideas in terms of business.
Yes.
But as we are doing the small businesses, we are still looking for job. We are still looking for employment. We are still making those applications.
Yeah.
What would you say about that?
Yeah, on one hand, I would not want to put blame on people who do that, because the problem begins by, one, our parenthood.
Yes.
How we grew up. Because we didn't grow up knowing that business is a way of earning income. And two, our schooling system.
Yes.
When you went to school, hardly in our schools they will teach you on how to start a business, on how to grow a business.
Yes.
You will be just taught mathematics, chemistry, biology, things that are not contributory towards you trying to venture into entrepreneurship.
Yes.
Significantly, our curriculum is focused on you getting employed. And the mentorship that we receive even at young age, and reading from the Rich Dad, they say that the parents, they tell us that go to school, earn your degree, get yourself many papers so that you can get a good job that will give you income. So it begins by our background, how we've been brought up, how we've been mentored. The culture for us is getting employed. That is why even when somebody starts in a business, he's so diverted. He's looking for, I think my colleague there working for a bank must be doing very well. I think my colleague there, because in a bank you wear a suit like this and you are smart and you look like those are the most successful people that you see. And I was very disappointed. Like last time I was reading a headline on one of the local newspapers that read, now teachers have been condemned to do the unpleasant jobs of agriculture. So you are like condemning every form of entrepreneur. So we grew up knowing that to be for you to be a cool person, to be somebody with a lot of respect, you have to be either a teacher, you have to be a doctor, you have to be an accountant, you have to be a professional working for a bigger entity. So that is where we have had issues. But for us to now advance in the area of business, there must be a complete mind shift. We have to start now thinking business and sustainability. How do we go into entrepreneurship? So as much as we want to say that trying to be divisive in terms of thinking, whereby you are still doing business but you're thinking of employment, you have to go through a mindset and first believe that business can give you a livelihood and much better than the people who are employed. We have to know that it's also an alternative source of earning income rather than salaries. And employment income that we receive when we're employed.
So first we have to start from cutting that kind of mindset.
Yes,
we are going to school so that we get employed.
Of course,
And we come to a point of realizing that actually went to school so that our minds can expand, we can think big.
Yes.
Not for employment, but for our destiny.
Of course.
Great.
Yeah.
So Ronald, I wanted you take me through a step by step.
Yes.
Here I am.
Yeah.
I am a business person.
Yeah.
I'm selling baby clothes.
Yes.
I've realized there is a need in the market.
Yes.
Most of my friends are young. They are getting married. They're getting into marriage.
Yes.
And so whatever happens after that is it's babies come along.
Yes.
And they have friends.
Yeah.
So I've seen a market,
Yeah.
But again, I don't know how to go about it.
Yes.
I'm just posting the photos on my my status, WhatsApp status,
Yes.
and Facebook.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to do. That's where I am.
Thank you. I think, Brenda, I want to tell you that currently, this is the most opportune time to start any form of business.
Yes.
Long time ago, such a person will be very distressed because you don't have a phone, you don't have social media, you are just in your own cocoon there. You don't have networks which you can sell products. For such a person, I think this is the most opportune, and this is the time that he can thrive. Never before that has happened in our history. Because this person, the most important thing he needs to understand, one, is what kind of product do I want to sell? And a product is just not informed by that is a good thing, the admiration or the passion he has in the product. Is informed by what are the customer needs that are available. So one, in terms of looking at my networks, my friends, what are their common needs? So if you're doing like baby clothes, you need to see how many mothers do we have? how many children do you have in the village, or the born kids that are surrounding me? And even you could actually get just maybe statistics into how many kids are in my locality.
Yeah.
So the most important thing is first get the customer, and now you need to look at what are the biggest challenges that my customers have. So in terms of kids clothes, what are their biggest challenges? I always want to assume, I've never understood who invented the diapers, but I always tend to think it must have been either housewife or the house girl, because trying to observe that particular challenges that mothers are going through, that's how the diapers came from. And the napkins and the problems the napkins will have caused to the kids. So the most important thing is you understand what is the customer problem and what product can easily meet the customer problem. So the most important thing for you to start a business like that, you need to understand the customer, and then you need to understand the product that will respond to the customer needs at that particular time.
So what you're telling me is that besides me having the product,
Yes.
I need to know what are their challenges.
What are the challenges?
Because you've made me think,
Yes.
these people,
Yeah.
most of them are working, they're
Yes.
employed,
Yes, yes.
so they don't get time to go and do shopping
Of
for their
course,
babies,
of course, yes,
so that's one of the problems.
Yes, yes.
The other problem is the clothes that are available, either they are second hand,
Yes, yes.
and they're not quality,
And they're not quality.
but I'm able to get quality clothes which
Yeah.
are affordable.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that's I'm solving a problem.
Of course,
Okay.
yeah.
So first, I have understood my customers.
Yes, yes.
Then you've mentioned,
Yeah.
I go down and now identify them. How many are they? Where are they?
Yes, where are
That
they?
means I know
Yeah.
the coverage.
And what
This
is their income levels?
what's their income level? So
Yes,
how
yes.
much are they earning?
How much are they earning? Yes.
Then that will dictate how
Yeah.
much are they willing to spend.
To spend, yes, yes, yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I have those facts right.
Yeah, and
So-
the other important thing, like now if you are selling baby clothes, what is it? It's a cold season. Mothers are struggling to keep their kids warm. So, you also not have a universal product, a product that shifts based on your customer needs. Because again, as much as you have customers, the customers' needs keep on changing.
Yeah.
And you have to shift.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see, like it's now, most of the people who are in business and they're not entrepreneurial in nature. They are like saying we're shutting out business. But actually, business is not going to shut down. The customer is merely going to change the mindset. The purchasing, concept is going to change altogether. Yeah.
So what you're telling me is that I can't be selling rompers from January to December.
Of course.
I need to adjust very quickly.
You have to adjust very quickly, yeah.
And that means I have to think ahead of the customer.
Of the customer, yes. Think with the customer.
I think with the
The
customer.
customer, yes,
What
yes.
are their needs? Like every other time I'm asking what are their needs, and I
Yes,
want
yes.
to solve the problem.
Yeah, and that is the underlying factor for entrepreneurship, and the most critical thing for any entrepreneur to think about. What is the customer? What are the customer needs? How are those needs changing? And does my product completely address the customer needs? Yeah. Yeah.
Because I'm also thinking about this other person is selling shoes.
Yes.
They can't be selling open shoes all the time. Like this season, people will be like ladies will want the warm shoes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So as the market changes, you need to change with the market. You need to address what does your customer require, and that's the essence of companies closing down. Because and always say startup business like that can be very versatile, because this entrepreneur has the power to change very fast. Big corporations are characterized by bureaucracy, by red tapes that will not allow dynamism and critical thinking. Yeah. So the challenge now for the opportunity that this small business person has is that radical shift. Responding to the customer needs.
Great. And so is this what we call product design? You're trying to design the product to fit the needs of the customer.
Yeah, at advanced level, that is it. Product design stage or marketing.
Because I'm thinking most of the time we as young people, as we're doing small businesses, let me call them small businesses. We tend to think that those strategies and planning is for big corporation. What do you have to say about that? Because I think even in your company, you have a team. You take your team to brainstorm, to understand what is happening in the market. You write them down, and then you implement.
The challenge we have is the problem is of continually thinking small. Because entrepreneurship begins by thinking small and putting up small strategies and all that. But you're supposed to escalate and grow and put up systems and processes that will be able to now make you now grow your business. Because starting small is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
But remaining small forever is the biggest challenge for entrepreneurship. How do you scale your business from just selling clothes now in your house to becoming a big corporation, so that you are not only self-employed, but you become a businessman? Yeah. So I'll be talking about how you can transition from self-employment to creating a business that is reliable, that is sustainable, that is beyond you. So you see, like for this person who is selling clothes, one of the strategies they can use, you can create a market of yourself. After establishing the market, in terms of the customer needs, creating a superior products and all that, it's not a must that you remain alone.
Yeah.
Just doing that business. Is then how do I get other people to partner with me now to help me advance my business idea? And that is the biggest challenge, the biggest, the gap limitations for most business people. Because you find, like I always say, in my village, there was one person whom I've seen selling in a shop for many years, since I was young. And it was good, it was awesome, it was cool. It was captivating that this person had created his own source of income that he could depend on. But for a long time, many years, as I grew up, I saw him selling in the shop, and he took his kids to just the local school, and the business remained until one day he was found dead in the shop. But the shop has never grown. It was selling bread, soda and all that. In that small shop, it never grew beyond the village.
Yeah.
And you see, that's a biggest mistake that entrepreneurs make. They start small, but they remain small.
Yeah.
But the biggest skill now you have as an entrepreneurship is how do you start small, then scale it up. For instance, if the shopkeeper was thinking bigger, he would have created a retail shop, a big retail shop whereby he didn't need to sit there, rather than sitting in the same place from morning to evening. Because you need to understand then how do you put into place systems and processes and people that will partner with me to advance my business agenda. Yeah, so that is the mindset that is also required to scale up the business. Yeah, from a micro entity to a bigger entity.
So what basically you're saying is that we have, as young people, we have to think.
Yes.
We ought to think.
Yes.
Whatever business that we are doing, we have to think and plan and strategize. You know?
Yeah.
And what we are saying, in other words, is that in terms of strategizing, we need to also think, who are we bringing on board?
If
it's the baby clothes that I'm selling, am I the only person who will be supplying, delivering?
Yes.
Who else can I bring on board to help me deliver? What are you talked about also about the systems.
Yes, the systems.
What are the payment methods that we have? Are they giving me cash? Are they, is it M-Pesa or how are we going about it? Basically, what I'm getting from Ronald is that whatever form of business that we are doing, we have to think.
We have to think.
You just can't get into a business just like that because it's a good idea. You got some 5,000 somewhere so you can go to Gikomba and buy shoes and bring and come and deliver. No. We need to understand our customers. Who will benefit from this product? What are their needs? How will it solve their needs? Who will help me deliver them? And so here we are, Ronald. I have understood all that. Tell me how I can now develop my marketing strategies, because now I have let's talk about the 1,000 people around this locality. I know these are the consumers of my goods. So I now need to expand, because if I have to get other people to work with me, I have to expand. So I need to reach out to other regions. How do I go about it?
Once you've developed a superior product that responds to your customers, you need to understand now, what is the market reach? How am I targeting the market? So that is the most important thing. And what message am I going to use in order to appeal to the market to buy my products? So the most important thing is you must come up with a narrative or a message for your customers. So if you're targeting the kids, you have to come and say now, like for instance, for clothes that provide warmth to the kids, probably you need to tell the mothers now you no longer have to your kids to be, to have issues with cold, because we are providing the solution for that. We are giving you warm clothes for your kids. And then number two, you have to create the market reach now. And today, you have like almost the whole world in your hands.
Yes.
You have social media that is a powerful tool
Yes.
of selling. I can actually today reach out 10,000 people within just a click of a button.
True.
It's like power to sell is in our hands. It's no longer complicated like it was maybe a decade ago. It's actually the easiest thing now. With Facebook, with the LinkedIn, with the Twitter, with the Instagram,
Yeah.
we have all our marketing tools at our disposal. How do you leverage on social media in order to grow your market pool? It is a remarkable thing. And then number three is you need now people who you also translate now your mission and business purpose to them and equip them also to sell, to help you sell. You know, partner with you in the selling process. That is also very critical for the entrepreneur now, so that you are able now to grow and expand the business. That is very paramount. So the most important thing is understand the market reach, ensure that the product is superior enough to address your customers, develop the market reach and say, I want to reach to 10,000 people, I want to reach to 50,000 people. I know you're a marketer, you need to create a pipeline
Yes.
that is significant enough to give you enough income.
Yes.
And then now develop structures that accommodate other people.
Yes.
Choose a marketing platform, be it digital marketing, be it word of mouth. Of course, you start with word of mouth.
Yes.
You start with your networks, your friends, your village, your community, and spread it up, you know, to reach a bigger population of things.
Yes.
To, so that you have a significant enough, market enough to give you also a significant income.
Yes.
At the end of the day.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what I'm getting, if I
Yeah.
can paraphrase,
Yeah.
is that the marketing message
Yeah.
must be captivating.
Of course.
As someone who is selling, because if you're a business person, by default you become a salesperson.
Yes.
So you have to sell emotions.
Emotions,
You
yeah.
have to speak to the emotions of this mother who was a child.
Yes.
To tell them that
Yeah.
it's a cold season,
Yeah, yes,
and
yes.
we are sorting your baby out.
Yeah, yes.
Worry no more.
Yes,
you know,
yes,
you're
yes.
just speaking to the emotions.
Yeah.
The other thing I'm getting to understand is that understand the reach,
The reach,
of
the
your
market
market.
reach.
Where are you reaching?
Yeah.
Do you want to reach out to 10,000 people?
Yeah.
Where are these people? Where am I getting them? Then have strategies to reach out
reach
to
them.
them.
Yes,
you
yes,
know,
yes, yeah.
because there are some parents who are not on social media.
Yes, yes.
What are you planning for them?
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
yeah,
And
yeah.
as you're doing the selling and reaching out,
Yes.
there is something we call referrals.
Referrals, yeah.
Once you serve one client,
Yeah.
it is okay to ask for referral, right?
Yes, of course.
Yes, ask for referral, ask for recommendation,
Yeah.
ask who else might
Yeah.
need this service.
Yes,
And
yes.
of course, the assumption is you're delivering superior products.
Yes.
Quality service. They
Yes.
can't forget you. They can't go to someone else. You know?
That's perfect, yeah.
And as you're reaching out to the 10,000 people,
Yeah.
remember you're also creating a pipeline.
Yeah.
What he said, a pipeline basically is just knowing which client is where.
Yeah.
Like this one will convert in this month. For
Yes.
example, if I sold a romper to a parent,
Yes.
chances are they
Yeah.
may buy it again maybe in December.
Yes.
So after that, what will they need?
Yeah.
Might they need some baby shoes or something?
Yes,
You know, just creating a pipeline.
Yes,
you
yes,
know?
yes, yeah.
Ronald, I want you to comment something on customer relationship. How do I maintain the database of my customers?
Yeah.
Because again,
Yeah.
like your company, I know you have a CRM,
Yes,
you
yes,
know,
yeah.
like where you know where your clients
Yeah.
are, what they're doing, the
Yes,
services you sold.
Yeah.
But sometimes to us at the low level,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
don't even forget the first client who we had.
Yes,
we
yes,
don't know
yes.
even where they are. And
Yeah.
What
yeah.
do you have to say about that?
Maybe one of the things also I want to add based on that is that there are those unforgiving subjects for every entrepreneur. Every entrepreneur should know, irrespective of your background, whether you are an engineer, you are an accountant, you are a lawyer, if you are in entrepreneurship, there are those unforgiving subjects that you should know, irrespective of your background. And one of those disciplines that must be aware of is marketing.
Yes.
And marketing also comprises of client relations.
Yes.
How do you relate with your customers? How do you make them happy and keep on getting consistent customer feedback on what you need to provide them? And that's very critical. Because the biggest challenge I've seen with most of entrepreneurs, they say, I'm not a salesperson. I don't need to know. I don't need to know how to keep the clients happy. And that's the biggest challenge. So it's important that as an entrepreneur, you need to learn what is the chemistry that works very well with my customers.
Yes.
You need to even go to get some basic, and I'm not telling you to go and get a marketing degree or get,
Yeah.
I'm just telling you to get the basics of it and appreciate it's important and a critical skill that you require for you to advance in your business. It's an unforgiving subject because an entrepreneur, you need to have, you'll be all round. You don't have the luxury of saying, I will have to hire people, because at the onset of business, you don't have that money to hire people to do that. So you have to learn. One of the skills that you need to learn is marketing, client relations, making them happy, communications, branding your product message. It's very critical that you do that, so that you're able to maintain them. And a simple CRM, you can create a simple CRM for yourself. Even coming up with just an Excel sheet, where is the customer, what is his customer needs, and having notes on every customer, and taking the majority of them, and now developing a product that responds to the majority needs. It's very critical for every entrepreneur. Yeah.
You know, I'm reminded that sometimes we as young people
Yeah.
tend to think that entrepreneurship is just taking this glass
Yeah.
and selling it.
No, yeah.
And we forget that it's more than that.
It's
It
more
is
than that.
intense.
Yes,
it is
yes.
hard work.
Yeah.
It's a lot of business that is involved.
Of course,
You know?
yeah,
A
yeah.
lot of sacrifice
Yeah,
that
yeah.
is involved. You know?
Yeah.
As you're saying that,
Yeah.
I will not understand
Yeah.
an entrepreneur who has been in business for
Yes.
5 years
Yes, yes.
and still is alone in that business.
Yeah, that is
Just alone.
alone. Yeah, that's a
No growth, because again, growth comes in
yeah.
where you have to think more strategically.
Yes.
You
Yes.
have to let now someone run the errands.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
if it's delivering the shoes, they're doing the deliveries.
Yeah.
And you're busy now thinking, how can I grow my business?
Business, yeah. I think as we talk, I'm also now downloading my pointers on the most critical, important things, topics for an entrepreneur. One, we've talked about marketing, a bit of it,
Yes.
which is selling,
Yes.
which is client relations,
Yes.
which is coming up with a marketing strategy, which understanding the product that responds to your needs.
Yes.
The second thing which we have introduced is people.
Yes.
You cannot dispense off with the people as the owner of a business. You have to understand how to work with people.
Yes.
People, this is like the people who will work with you, you know.
Yes.
Because there's someone who say that if you want to walk faster, you go alone. If you want to go far, walk a long distance, you have to be with your friends. You have to have people around you to support your vision and mission. And that's what will translate to employment. So the ability of an entrepreneur to bring people on board is also important, that he learns, how do I identify people who can work with me? How do I communicate to them what I want to achieve? How do I win them into the business, even with minimum salary? So it's quite absurd that a business person, and actually that person, the person who starts a business and for 5 years is still alone, is what you call a self-employed person. That's not a businessman. You know, there is always, it's not an entrepreneur. You know, there are 4 levels of transitioning into business. There is an employed person,
Yes.
who doesn't have, who has to answer to an employer, who has fixed income. There is also a self-employed person. In that, self-employed person is no much different from somebody who is employed. Because self-employed person, if he gets sick, the business dies. If you have to go for leave or attend to something, you know, your business will shut down. That is a very dangerous stage to be, because it's not much different from employment. The only difference is that now you are earning your own income. So there is self-employed. But what I want to talk to entrepreneurs today, how can they transition from being employment to self-employed and now to business people? So at the 5 years, you need to have attracted people into your business. In fact, from year 1, you need to be thinking about, how do I convince somebody to also come and work for me? I might even not need to pay them, but this is what I will give them in return. As the business grows, as they increase the productivity, now we continue now rewarding them slowly, and you find that now you have 2, 3, 4, 5 people into your business. And it's important that you be able to do that. And that's something that really affects professionals. The accountants, lawyers, doctors and all that. They stick there doing their practice for more than 5 years, 10 years, 20 years alone, and saying, I'm the only person who knows this particular field. And it also affects the small business people who stick there running their shops, scared of people coming. They'll pay salaries and all that. So it's important that they learn the second skill, besides marketing, people. How do I attract people into my business, mentor them, and make them part of my business all the way?
You know,
Yeah.
Ronald, I'm
Yeah.
stuck at the point of being self-employed.
Yes, yes.
And I'm thinking it's a kind of sad situation.
Yes, yes, yes.
It is not exciting.
Yes, 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 yes.
And it's a place of fear.
Yes, yes, yes.
Because once you close your shop,
Yeah, yeah.
no money.
No money at all, yeah.
If, God forbid, you die today,
The business shut
the
down.
business shuts down.
Yes, yeah.
Your children don't
Yeah.
have any food,
Yes,
you know.
yes, yes, yeah.
And maybe you are a remarkable
Yeah.
self-employed person.
Yes, yes, yeah.
I think it's very sad.
It is very sad. And that's why most businesses are, those people who've managed to transition from employment, a bigger percentage get stuck at self-employed. And they're so happy and proud of it, but they don't envisage the future, or in case there is an emergency, or in case of there's a challenge, and the business dies, and you find even the family that was doing very well, it goes down because they have not transitioned from self-employment into business. Yeah. And I will tell you that because I'm talking about the quadrant of how business function. You are self-employed, you are employed, then you transition to self-employment. Now you're supposed to transition into business, and then now transition into an investor. Into an investor,
it's
yeah.
being employed,
Yeah.
self-employment,
Yeah.
business person,
Yeah.
and then investor.
Yes, yes, yeah. Even the business person, he has not like gained the highest status of being a business person until you go to the investor part of it. Investor is now completely pulled out of the business and leave people to run that business and become an investor. So that you are only now seeing the, like for instance, if I tell you who are the, if you go to Barclays, have you ever seen the owner? If you go to Standard Chartered Bank, if you go to some of these companies, the big companies that you see, have you ever seen who is the owner? The owner is not there, it's not on the screen. So that is the ultimate prize for entrepreneurship, whereby you pull out of the business, now people work for you and money works for you. The capital you have injected, the preliminary work that you've done, remains now to sustain the entity in the longer term. Yeah.
I want to be an investor.
Yeah.
I want to go to Mauritius for holiday.
For
and
holiday,
businesses are just running.
Yes.
You know, and
yeah.
I'm seeing the transactions on my phone that are happening.
Yes, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
do you think I can be that person with my small baby shop? Ronald, I don't have a shop.
Yeah.
I'm in my house and these baby clothes are somewhere in the corner. Can I be an investor really?
If you want to know whether you will be an investor, in a business, name some of the biggest companies that you know and ask yourself, do you know even do you see the investors themselves? And you realize that even in the baby clothes industry, there are big conglomerates that are there, and they are done very well to the highest heights. And that should be the aspiration of every entrepreneur. How do I reach those particular heights? As you begin in your small home, your small business, you must have the conviction that you can establish a conglomerate that is well established, that does not need you in the business on a day-to-day basis. And of course, eventually you can sell the business for a bigger price and exit and just have billions of shillings waiting for you in the bank account to use and spend. Yeah, that is the ultimate prize of entrepreneurship. And as you begin, you need to have that particular mindset so that you have a more fulfilling career, you know, in entrepreneurship. Yes.
And I think that's where the beauty of being self-employed. You know, most of us when we're in college,
Yeah.
we were saying, I want to be self-employed.
Yes,
to
yes,
me,
yeah, yeah.
this is what actually it meant basically.
Yes,
I'll
yeah.
not be reporting to work.
Yeah.
I'll be waking up anytime I want.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll not be forced to do something. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
But I'm getting to understand that entrepreneurship
Yeah.
is more than
It's more than that.
It's more than that. It
Yeah.
is hard work.
It's hard work,
It is
yeah.
commitment.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
resilient.
It's
It's
resilient.
becoming
Yeah.
becoming focused
Yeah, yeah.
on the core thing, on
Yes,
the
yes.
core business.
Yeah, yeah.
And then having a bigger mind.
Yes.
Thinking big.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Seeing the bigger picture.
Seeing the bigger picture.
Yeah, seeing
like
the
I'm
big
starting this company to sell water.
Yeah.
But this is where I wanna be in 5 years.
Yeah. If you don't have that mindset, that is a recipe for failure. It's a recipe for failure.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I want to ask, with your small business, where do you see
Yeah.
yourself in like 2 years?
Yes.
Like 2 years from now, that will be 2022, 2023.
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself? If you don't have a clear picture of that,
Yeah.
it's a recipe for failure.
It's a recipe. If you don't have a big dream, if it's about self-preservation, that is a very dangerous point, because most of self-employed, it's just a self-preservation way. It's like more just trying to conserve what they have, but not to grow it and spread it. That is, if you try to keep what you have so hard,
Yes.
then you lose it. So the most ideal mindset for entrepreneurs to have is how do they grow bigger into just small micro entities to established corporations. But it begins like a mustard seed. It begins from scratch, from the lower levels. It doesn't begin bigger there. But the only thing that you require is a vision, is a mindset, is an attitude, and there are some very critical lessons that you need to learn. The marketing strategy. You need to learn how to embrace people, how to translate your vision into the people that surrounds you, and make them partner with you to grow your business and transition from merely being self-employed to becoming a businessman. Yeah.
And this is not limited to anyone.
Yeah.
It cuts across.
Yeah.
Every person who is doing business,
whether
selling scuba wiki, whether selling some juice somewhere, selling shoes, clothes, whatever thing that you're selling, whatever service that you're selling, if you don't have the bigger picture, you're setting up yourself for a failure and a terrible failure. And these are the people that say the business didn't go well, and then they go back to employment. And we're not saying that you will always succeed. You will fall. You will stumble, But then
you will have issues with the people. You will fall out with the people.
Of
course, when you jump into that particular world of getting people on board, you don't expect you have smooth relationships. I know someone there will tell me now, Ronald, I employed someone, he stole from me, he stole my business idea, went and started another one. Well, good enough. You don't need to keep people. Some people will come and go, but work with who you have. Move with the movers. You must not give up. Entrepreneurs must be resilient to keep on trying until they get it right. It's not a rosy journey. Entrepreneurship is a challenge, actually. But I can tell you, the results are more greater. It's much bigger than the pensions that you receive when you work for a company. It's more bigger than the gratitudes that you receive gratuity you receive when you retire from your employment. It's more fulfilling for you to be an entrepreneur than to be employed. Thank
you. And as we're coming to a close of this session, Ronald, I want you to reach out to some young people, basically, who are not like necessarily selling items, but they are skilled they are in the art industry. Art industry to mean either they are dancers, they are singers, they are actors, and they need to convert their skills into some revenue, into kind of business.
Now, let me tell you one thing. For dancers and singers, let me tell you, those are actually the wealthiest people. They are going to be the wealthiest people if especially once the Music Copyright Society of Kenya positions itself to protect the singers. Singers are going to be the richest people. Let me tell you, copyrights. If they can have copyrights, actually people who have copyrights, and I will be talking to you one thing, maybe I don't know if this time will allow, there's two types of income that you can receive. There is active income and there's passive income. The active income is the income you earn when you are self-employed. You have to work, you have to put in energy, you have to put in your time, you have to get out of the house in the morning very early to put food on the table. But there's a passive income that comes without you putting in time. So the artists have a great opportunity now to translate their active income into passive income. And the way you do that is through copyrights. The copyrights and the licenses and all that. If your music can play and you're not there, and you are being paid by Safaricom, you are being paid by the Music Copyright Society, that is what we call passive income. It should be the ultimate goal for the people who are in art business. How do they earn from their innovations? How do they translate it into passive income? Other passive income can be maybe rental or investing in the stock exchange, maybe dividends and all that. But there's a great passive income that is vested in art. How do you come up with innovations that transcends just you appearing in order to be paid? It's through copywriting. And every artist must also read and understand about copywriting of their skills, their knowledge that is unique to them. The music that you have produced, how do you copyright it so that somebody else doesn't? People are earning money on YouTube by their just songs playing. You know, they are earning. People are selling content on Google. People are now it's actually the biggest opportunity ever for entrepreneurs to earn passive income.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in fact, as you're an entrepreneur, we've talked about being self-employed, being and being a businessman. The investor perspective comes it when you translate your business from active income, when you have to appear, to passive income, whereby you get money when you are sleeping. Yeah.
Are the artists excused from the processes that we talked about when we were talking about the baby process, like understanding the market, what do they need, bringing a quality product to the market, the innovation part of it?
They are not excused for it. The process of entrepreneurship is the same. The principles are the same, because you cannot copyright something that does not resonate with the market. You have to understand first who you are, the market. You have to have the target market. The product must meet adequately the needs of the market. Yeah. And as we conclude also, let me tell you another thing that I've talked about marketing, I've talked about people, and the third thing I want to talk about is money. You have to have an understanding of money as an entrepreneur. If you don't understand money, how money works, and be a master of money, you're also bound to fail as an entrepreneur. How do you get your income? What it actually translates into your income? Getting bank loans and friends loans is a good thing, but that does not translate to income. Income is earned when you provide a service or goods and all that. And what translates to your money? What are your expenses? You need to understand what is your profitability of the business, and to what levels can you incur your personal expenses. There are entrepreneurs I know, like the one that you're talking about, selling baby clothes and everything. You've mixed money there. Today you need bread, you go take business money, spend. You can't separate your personal money and business money. You have to have a salary. As an entrepreneur, you need to know, this is what I want to achieve. I want to make this. And salary should come from your profits, not from your capital. That is why nowadays in Kenya, it's very difficult to trust people with the money in form of starting a business, because you give them loans today. I give you 100,000, go start a business. You go start a business, you sell 120,000, you withdraw from the business 110,000 and buy a piki. And then I ask you my money, you told me you don't have the money. The reason is because people have very little understanding of money. What is profitability? What is income? What are the business expenses? And how do I juggle between these in order to transition from a self-employed person to a businessman to an investor? The topic of money is very critical, and business finances. And that's the biggest challenge also for most entrepreneurs.
So we have to understand money and how it works, and we separate personal money from business money. If this is your salary as an entrepreneur, actually you need to have a salary.
This
is my business, but this is the salary I get from
this is the salary.
And this one I can just invest it or reinvest. Great.
And is your salary coming from business profits, or is coming from the capital you invested? If you got a capital of 100,000 and you are selling 150,000 at the end of the month, and if your profit is 50,000, your salary should never go beyond 50,000. You should only consume what you make. Again, sharing from the previous period. If you spend more than 180,000, and people like self gratification very fast, so they start spending on capital, and you realize most people, they don't have the money they had even for the business, because they don't have an understanding of money.
So the understanding of money is very important. When it comes to art, you talked about innovation, like thinking of what the market needs. What are the current needs? I don't know if you had this song by King Kaka that was calling people washenzi.
I remember.
You did. That season. Because it was addressing the current issues. You guys are blind. You can't see these things are happening. There is corruption. There is, and it went viral within few minutes after it was uploaded. Because this person reached out to the emotions of Kenyans. Reached out to the emotions of people. It was communicating. It was giving out a message. And in as much as it had issues, I'm thinking his viewership in YouTube went very high. And also he got opportunities to reach out to other countries. He became a kind of a person of that season. And that's what I'm thinking in the art industry,
Yes.
what are the needs that you are solving?
You're solving. Yes, yes.
Who are your clients? Whether
Yeah.
you're singing, whether you're acting, whether you're playing that musical instrument, who are you targeting?
Yeah,
Who are
yeah.
you reaching out to?
Yeah.
You know, and then have the strategies.
Yes.
Where are they found?
Yeah.
Just the way we talked about Baby Shop.
Yeah.
It is not exclusive.
Yes, yes,
You know,
yes, yes,
it
yes.
also means you have to work extremely hard
Yeah,
for your art.
Yes, yes.
For you to sell.
Yeah,
Because again, people not subscribe to your channel if you're not giving them content.
Yes, yes,
Good
yes,
content.
yes, yes,
You know?
yeah.
What will make me subscribe to your channel
Yeah.
is the content that you have uploaded. I need to know. I'll click that ring button, you
Yeah.
know, that bell.
Yeah,
so
that
that
bell.
when you upload something new, I'm the first people to
I'm
see.
the first, yeah.
You know? So if you don't have content, if whatever you're singing is not reaching out to the souls and touching the emotions of people,
Yeah.
then you're also setting up yourself
So
for
for
a
failure.
failure.
Yes, yes, yes,
Ronald,
yeah.
what would you tell the young people when it comes to entrepreneurship? Parting shot.
The most important thing is the entrepreneurship is very exciting. It's more fulfilling. It's something that they should work and live for. The era for formal employment and working for big companies is gone.
Yeah.
This is the era of entrepreneurship, and it has never been easier than before. But at the same time, the rewards are great. It is something living for. And I want to give you them like, as I summarize, I want to give them like 5 critical things that they need to have in mindset, which I've said, but I'm just now repeating them. The most important thing is they need to understand the market.
Understand your market.
The market, yeah.
Yes.
They need to, and then when I say about the market, is the product. They need to have the product. They need to develop the product, especially ideal for the market that they want to respond to. They need to know how are they going to sell this product and what channels are they going to use in order to reach to their customers.
Yeah.
So that is very paramount with entrepreneurs. And the second thing that the entrepreneurs need to understand is how do they work with people? How do they leverage on other people and to partner with them in order to advance their business ideas? And people means the people that they bring on board. How do they onboard other staffs? If you are having 10 employees, how do you grow them to 20 employees? Can you stop seeing people as an expense and see them as a resource?
Yeah.
Because in our company, and I'm happy to be part and parcel of an entrepreneur, and I've had a remarkable journey just growing the company from a small outfit with fewer employees to a bigger team. The image, the perception I have towards my people, they are my partners because they help me to able to fulfill my vision. So how do you onboard other people on your entrepreneurial journey? And the third thing I want to tell entrepreneurs, they need also to understand finances. How do you leverage on finances? How do you orchestrate your financial issues in order to achieve your business goals? In terms of financing, in terms of getting loans from the bank, raising capital, trying to manage your finances, how you able not to separate your finances, from your personal finances from the business finances. It's very important, and they need to understand what is the income, what are the expenses, and most importantly, what is profitability, and then what are assets of the business, what are the liabilities, and what is the net worth. Because the objective of every business is two: profit maximization and wealth maximization, which is actually increasing the net worth of the business, which translates to the net worth of the entrepreneur. So they need to have a basic master of how business finance works, and that I can do for them through our company. And the fourth thing they need to understand, as you build your business, you need to put into place processes that are more bigger than you. How do you reach out to your customer? What is the customer journey? You need to define processes with a lot of explicitity so that that can be translated to everybody. Customers can understand how you work. So processes are also very, very critical. And the fifth thing I want to also advise the entrepreneurs, they need to leverage on technology. Currently, we have social media, we have softwares, we have apps and all that. It's an era of technology. It's an information systems. It's an exciting time. For me, I had to sit down, learn on how IT functions and how it's going to affect my business. I have to learn how is IT coming in my business and how am I able to leverage on it to become with a very big corporate outfit. So entrepreneurs they can never excuse themselves from learning technology. When you are old, you need young people on board to help you. When you are young, you are privileged because young people are born with the IT software. They understand and they can be able to do these things without even going to school. So you need to leverage on that so that you come up with a very, very big business idea and you just translate that business idea to give you a big corporation and sustainable income. Stop looking for employment. Please start a business. If employment doors have been shut, it is for a reason. It's an opportunity for you to think, what do I have? What can I do? It's not an opportunity for you to continue sleeping on your visions and all that. Get out, entrepreneurs. Make something out of yourself. Thank you so much, Brenda.
A business could not have been any better than this season. If only you are sorting or seeking to solve a problem. And young people, we are in a better position. You are under 30, you have all the chance, all the time, everything, all the resources that you need. You can make a mistake, you can fall and rise up again and continue moving. You know, let's do it. Let's get into business. Let's do business. Let's maximize all the potential that we have, you know, all the resources that are around us and within us. God has given us a strength and capabilities that we cannot tell until you put them into use. So young people, don't look at your small business like a small business. Think big. Think more than you are thinking right now. Where do you want to see yourself 2 years, 3 years from now? And start working towards that. Ronald has said, stop looking for jobs. Create them. Create businesses. You'll start as a self-employed person with a lot of pressure and stress and frustration. You know, you'll have to crawl to your business to deliver those orders. But you know what? You're moving towards becoming a business person. And later, you'll be an investor. Like in a Chris Kirubi way, you know. Of course, people when they have,
they started from somewhere.
People who have money and they're just looking for people, where can I invest my money? So young people, let's do it. Let's seek help when you need help. But definitely we can achieve and we can make it. We can become brands and bigger brands. So thank you for watching. We are really hoping that this has been an inspiring time for you. And you're not getting excited. You are going back and do a stock taking of your business. Where I am, where do I want to go? Who will help me go there? And what are the resources that I need? Let it not be exciting only, but take action and keep moving. Our prayer and desire is that in your entrepreneurship journey, in your business journey towards becoming an investor, you will remember this session. So thank you so much, Ronald, for your time, for your sacrifice, for sharing the nuggets with us from last week and this week as well. We are grateful, and I got feedback from the young people that it was very inspirational the other time.
Thank
you. And so keep doing it. Keep reaching out to the young people.
I appreciate
and definitely we'll reach out to you once we need you again.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I'll be glad to come again.
Thank you.
Thank you.